because I literally until like 30 minutes ago I was asleep.
Oh Jesus, man!
It's called food coma, okay?
What did you eat?
Not that bad. Jeez.
It was really bad food coma. I think I was asleep for like 2 hours.
Did you eat an entire duck or what happened?
No, I consumed. So me and my girlfriend decided to, you know what? Let's go grab McDonald's or Macca's, if you will. And we had, I had a double El Maco. And we had a little coupon for 2 additional like medium-sized fries for $3 ish, or 30 crowns here in Sweden. And well, we basically had 2 large fries and a half each, or 1 large fry and a half each. I mean,
Jesus.
I mean, that's a lot, but also sounds doable still.
problem is that it's not doable for her in the same level as it is for me, so I had to clean up additional fries from her. It was a lot of calories, needless to say.
You can just not eat them. That's allowed.
Yeah, I know, right? But me being the anti-waste person that I am, I wasn't full enough, quotation marks, as bad as that sounds.
Oh, okay. So remind me for each of your characters. So June Siggy, I remember is a Doug,
Yep.
but you have plans on making another brand new character, correct?
If you want, but if like we're continuing these last characters, I do want to send them out in like a more appropriate way. I'd like to play it out.
Sure. Yacho is Chiss, right?
A Pantoran.
Pentoran. They're also blue though, right?
Yes.
I remember he was blue. And what species is your character, Coach?
Real Celsi is a Daphomirian, and she is, as I
Daphomirian, that's right.
did mention in the little thingy, but you said like she's apparently racist.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I mean, strange creatures and all that, you know.
True, 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 true. So since this is a soft reboot, we will reset credits as well.
I don't think we received any credits.
Oh, that's true.
Correct.
There's literally nothing to reset. We talked
Oh, true.
and insulted people, apparently.
Oh, true. I
That's
guess we're not
literally all we
resetting
did.
credits.
No, but I think there's literally nothing really to reset except for maybe a few words.
I seem to have paid 9 credits for drinks or something, but that's it.
You can have your 9 credits back.
Oh, thanks, man.
Really means a lot. Who we?
Am I not a generous god?
Yeah.
That's worse. The dice roller like going slow for anyone else.
I shall see soon. And
Seems fine so far.
my dippy is almost done now. I have been mixing it, and it's nice and dippy. Oh, about dippy.
Oh, let me close some internet tabs. I think it's because I just have too many internet tabs open.
Dip? Like dip tobacco?
Yes. No, crisps.
Okay.
You just pour that baggie into some yogurt or sour cream, and boom.
Uh-huh.
I would have had a beer, but the problem is that me and the missus are gonna go take a walk up in the mountain after we're done here. So, no beer for me. Beer.
The mountain.
Go for the solstice.
No, we're just gonna take a walk. It's not even too much a mountain. Well, it's considered a mountain. It's a plateau, 300 meters above the sea level, or 400. I can't fucking recall. Either way, it's a quotation marks mountain.
Okay, second bit of housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Who is this? Who is this other random person you were asking about or saying wanted to join the campaign, Coach?
Oh, the Russian. Let me. He was not ready for it just yet. But I told him like, bro, when you feel like if you feel like it, just let me know, yo.
Does
He
he
did. Yeah.
does he know the time frame that we're playing, and is he all right with it?
I think he doesn't have an issue with this time that is played right now. No.
Okay.
Like the main issue right now is just like once he gets a feel to play it. Like so once that comes around, I'll talk to him a little bit more.
We can discuss it a bit more at the end of the session.
Yeah.
But all right. Well then, hello everyone.
Hello.
What's up? Good to see everyone. Long time
It's
no
been
talk.
so long. It's been at least a minute.
Yeah.
It's been 1 week since you
Maybe
looked
even
at
2
me.
minutes, yeah.
It's been 2 minutes.
At least 2.
Well, don't forget to roll your destiny points.
I did, but
think-
I fucked up kind of. But I added one.
Oh, my knee.
your knee.
My knee.
It's been a long time since I've used this system, so you know, it would definitely be a bit of a refresher for me as well. So
It's like riding a bike, come on.
true. Luckily, I have my little cheat.
A bike with like 5 wheels and 7 pedals.
Yeah,
And
5
no
wheels, yeah.
handlebar.
Man, real self, it really looks like Wiz.
I know, right? Yeah. So,
Hey.
to start. Actually, before I forget, is there a new soundbot now, or is it just still just the same one?
The
Let me go.
intensifier still works, so you
Okay.
can operate that one with slash.
Slash. Uh, and then you have to you put in a link, right?
Yeah.
Yep. YouTube, SoundCloud, either work.
Cool.
Then again, it does say offline right now. I don't know if that matters.
We will see. I'll try to put in a song and see if it works. I'd also probably adjust the volume on it because if I remember correctly, it can be quite loud. Let's see, application did not respond.
Cool.
Well, looks like we're going without music for the time being. So, in your head,
Yeah, we'll play it on our head. I was just thinking.
play the Star Wars theme. You all know how it goes. The year is 0. So, for referencing the time frame of Star Wars, it's basically at the start of around The New Hope. Um, except it's an alternate timeline of A New Hope, as in the preceding years after the rise of the new Confederacy of Independent Systems, the galaxy is once again embroiled in a conflict. The Empire still holds a relatively strong control of the empire of the galaxy, but they are facing a much larger resistance than they were expecting. Other small resistance and rebel cells have populated the system here and there, but have been met with varying success. Meanwhile, the hut space and the general outer rims have been even more hectic and chaotic than normal, with the lawlessness basically taking a hold as the Empire can, even less so now, manage and police the locals and the area. Essentially, hut law is now supreme law out there. Which brings us to the starting location for the campaign, which Who would have guessed? It's the old classic Tatooine. No, we're not in the cantina
What?
yet. You can play Desert Theme. Um, so where this scene starts off is in Moss Isley. Uh, I assume you all know what Moss Isley is or where Moss Isley is. But the now you can play the cantina theme in your head, as we are in a nondescript cantina in the outskirts of Moss Isley, fairly far from the spaceport, as in this bar that is sparsely populated, maybe like a few patrons here or there. Um, there turns out to be three individual patrons, one a blue Pantoran, one a Doug, and one a Dathomirian. How you all are there, or why you're there, use your imagination. But to set up the scene and the conflict going forward, so even though the Empire is really in a mess in the outer rim, they still do have some level of presence out there, even if it's not the greatest. And that is where this bar scene will start off with essentially two stormtroopers barging into the bar as they march up to the actual bartender, and it's kind of hard to hear through their muffled masks, but it sounds like they're asking for information on an individual of nondescript nature. And start.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Nope, they're not talking about droids. Surprisingly.
Airten's fire is
Y'all,
currently offline.
yeah.
Yep.
I should also say, if y'all want to say you all are already together as a group, you can, or you could say that you're not and you're just doing your own thing in the bar. Actually, I guess that's a good way to start off. Where are you all in the bar?
Rill has yet to enter. Well, I'm gonna go with the exact same thing that happened last time. Rill was the last one in.
Okay.
I
About
imagine Junsingi was originally like hired to kind of be these folks' pilots, and they're kind of well off. But Junsingi, however, is not. He's just he's 0 credits, so he's probably like still hanging around them, still trying to be a chauffeur for them, try to scrounge some credits together with them. At least one person.
Well, I don't know who among us is well off. I don't think any of us are.
Yeah, you all are fucking poor. Where would or what is Jun Siggy, or where is he in the bar though, or the cantina?
Imagine at least one person. I don't know. Maybe just at the bar because he sees if he can get like a drink or something. Probably trade some cigarettes.
Okay. And finally, what about uh
Yacho?
Yacho?
He's sitting at the counter. He had asked the bartender about work, but didn't get much, and now he's just kind of somewhere between sulking and just staring. Doesn't really seem to know what to do.
Ursus. Even with trying to share activity. Hey. Can y'all hear that?
Can you feel that? No.
Or, I started an activity.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or y'all can actually. Is
So
it
you
actually
think
working?
you know Wix? Do you really?
That's the ads, yeah.
Eh, I
First
got a
up, we
commercial.
gotta shake
You'll give Hassie heads eventually.
I mean, that's why you just get ambience that is a little bit longer.
Yeah,
How
right.
do I turn the Eh. There you go.
There's probably a 10-hour loop with this.
I added one.
You had
It's a 37-minute.
it's blocked by UMG.
Oh no,
No ad block here.
no ad block here.
Alright, we're using Coach 4 Cantina music.
I mean, there's another way to do it, but that's gonna work.
What's the other way?
That I just literally stream my YouTube.
Oh. I guess, yeah. I thought about that also. But,
My connection tends to not like that.
yeah.
No, I understand that. That's why it's like that's just one of.
Alright, so in relative area of YouTube, because I imagine June Siggy and Yacho are probably not sitting next to each other. I mean, you all might be, but it's not that big of a bar. But you all would be fairly close enough to hear, though, as the stormtroopers come in, and basically what you hear them saying to the barkeep is, "We're looking for information on an individual." To which the barkeep is just kind of trying to shrug it off, and they say, "We know you can hear us, you alien swine. We are looking for a Gamorrean. You know who we were talking about."
Where stormtroopers are asking the bartender this?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And if you all want to interject or do anything at any time, just feel free to just tell me to stop. And
Jinsuke's just listening in. He doesn't. He's hopefully not thinking that they're their own friend Gamorrean, and just keeps quiet about it. He says listen in's more.
okay. So as the bartender continues to kind of just evade the question, they look around at the bar and say, "Look, you better tell us, or there might be trouble." The bartender then replies, "Look, your kind isn't allowed around here. Imperials, no good here." To
We
which,
don't serve that kind here.
I mean, basically, to which they say, who? They then look around again, and I imagine the first person they would see, or the most recognizable, would probably be June Siggy. Just because Dougs are a very recognizable species. And Coach, you can have your character come in whenever you want them to, since you said they're not in yet.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. June Siggy. They say, "You there. Have you seen this individual?" As they pull out a leaflet that shows like it's a Gamorrean, but noticeably, it's a much more well-equipped Gamorrean, like straight up decked out with plated armor. Seems to have more than just his normal like Gamorrean weapons. Like, dude is straight up like dual wielding heavy weapons.
Jinsiggy doesn't recognize him, but he doesn't like Imperial, so he's gonna try to feign ignorance and speak in his native language to kind of make the Imperials think otherwise.
It's very good Huttese. Alright, so basically you're trying to make them think that you don't speak
Yeah,
common.
Yeah.
I guess that would be a type of deception.
No, that implies that Jun Siggy, in his new iteration, knows basic.
Yeah. So what is so do your deception roll. So if you remember, do you have any points in deception?
I guess I don't. I haven't got ranks in it yet. But I do have like 3 cunning, so he's just natural at it.
So it'd be three green versus 3 purple. And you know what? Just because I barely ever use the destiny points, we turn it to 1 red.
Okay. Alright, I don't really have like talents or anything for this, but yeah. No. One of them speaks Doug.
One speaks Doug. No, that would be a different type of roll, but one of them does say, "Look here, we know you can understand us, Doug." And there's a bit of condescension when they say your species name. They say, "Have you seen this man? Answer now, or there will be trouble."
He just shakes his head. No.
They clearly don't like you. They say, But you are being honest, so you don't have to roll for that one. The bartender then steps in and he says, "Quit pestering my patrons. We don't know anything about your damn Gamorrean." To which one of the Imperials gets a little frustrated and he socks the bartender right in his face.
Junseki just tries to jump on the stormtrooper from punching him and like just kind of not like punch him out or anything, just kind of wrangle him and to back off the
So you're trying to grapple.
Sure.
Oh boy.
I
remember grappling is it's weird how it works in this game.
Oh, do I make like a melee attack or something?
It's like, yeah, it's basically a brawling. I want to say it's a brawling check, and then yeah, so it'll be your brawl versus the stormtroopers, and also Yacho, you can do anything if you want to as well. Don't think you're just.
I can, but I won't. At least not yet.
I just
Alright, so
fucking
it'll be-
realized I'm gonna be sheetless this day because I literally forgot that I installed a new SSD, and in order for it to function, I had to basically installing new Windows on it, which means that my old sheet is currently locked on my old hard drive.
Oh shit. Well,
No, I literally just like, wait a second.
so you don't know any of your stats.
Nope, I don't have any stats at all. I'm
Oh,
looking.
jeez.
I'm looking through my files right now to see if I can find it.
Well, I guess you won't be doing a lot of rolling this session.
Unlikely. I can probably avoid it anyway in a natural way, or in a natural
Okay.
way.
It'll be against 3 purple again. Hey, this.
Okay. Can I use the destiny point back at him for?
Yeah, if you want to.
Do I do add or remove destiny point, or do I just click
So
it?
you just click it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
if you click it and it'll swap it to the other side. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
But you already have a yellow and melee.
One brawl, and Doug's just come with it. They're just,
Oh
I
shit.
guess, bar
Okay.
fighters or something.
I mean, their feet are very strong.
Hell yeah.
So you actually do manage to leap onto the stormtrooper that punched the bartender as you pull him back and pull him back like away from the bartender.
Can I?
At this point, it starts getting a bit more hectic as so from your perspective now, Yacho, what you're basically seeing is a Doug jumping on a stormtrooper as after he just decked the bartender, who is now reaching under his bar and grabbing a blaster pistol,
I was gonna.
and the other stormtrooper,
Sorry.
yeah, as the other stormtrooper is now going over and trying to pull this Doug off of the one stormtrooper. It's a
Yacho
madhouse.
sighs,
He's
puts one hand into his pockets and has it re-emerge with some sort of glove on it, and unloads a punch into the intervening stormtrooper.
oh, nice. Okay, so it's gonna be so we'll just do a quick initiative then. It's it's been so okay. So it's cool or vigilance. That's right. If the character's aware ready, they can use cool. If the combat is unexpected, it's vigilance. So I guess for everyone it would
Seems
just be
quite expected.
yeah. So I guess for everyone it would be cool. So obviously both the bartender and you will get your attacks first since they're kind of surprise attacks. So you can attack out of order, but everyone else start rolling your cool.
Do you need me to roll mine to join the initiative now, or like?
Yeah. This is just to join the initiative.
Okay.
Because basically all your attacks were more or less out of
Right.
order. Yeah. Why is one moment? I'm gonna try to open up this dice roller in my phone because for whatever reason, every single time I go over to it, it is quite acting terrible. So I'm gonna see if opening it and just using it through my phone is a bit better. Let's see, pinned comments. Because if I can just do that, then it'll make things so much easier. Okay. Let's see. Can I actually? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna start. My rolls might be a bit slower because I am using a touchscreen on my phone.
Wow.
But yeah.
No
Hey,
problem.
look. All right. So I will close that then, and I will pull back up the stats. So as it turns out, did you know stormtroopers only have one presence?
Yes,
Nice.
and
Stormtrooper
3
one,
willpower.
Stormtrooper two.
Stormtrooper's gonna go ahead of us.
The one stormtrooper, yes. All right, and while I am pulling up the bartender stats, you can just roll your attack.
Do I get any boosts for it not being expected? Or for backstabbing or something
Yeah, you
like
can
that?
get a boost die. Yeah,
Cool.
Boost die.
Okay.
So
Right, I'm gonna download. I'm gonna re-download Argdude.
Okay.
Anyway, what's
And also,
happening right
wait,
now?
which one are you attacking? Because if you're attacking the one that is
Okay.
being grappled on right now, you would get another boost die.
Ah no, I said the one that is trying to pull Junsigi
Okay.
away.
Cool.
And that guy is getting 10 damage.
Holy crap.
Before soak, of course.
Yes, yes. Moment. I just gotta do the tiebreaker for. Okay, so the bartender will be first on the. So before soak, so stormtroopers have a soak of actually surprisingly high, 5.
Yeah.
But is this wounds or is this strain damage?
I reckon this would be strain damage.
Okay. I guess for minions though it doesn't matter because
Doesn't
it
really
all
matter,
counts.
but yeah. It will be
Yep.
non-lethal.
Yeah, you sock the guy and he immediately falls flat on the ground, just bleh. Yeah.
2
Your
on 1
character-
fights are so unreasonable.
I know, right? And the bartender, he takes one pot shot at the grappled dude. However, though, I'm going to do one of these bad boys just because he probably should have a chance at actually almost hitting Junsigi as well.
Appreciate it.
And he does nothing. All right, which will cancel out the turn order as now the bartender will go again, and then it will be the one stormtrooper that remains, and he does nothing. He'll pass a boost die onto Iacho.
Jeez.
So he's gonna try to ungrapple you and just lob you off of him. And he succeeds.
Yeah.
Poor Junes. Do you have any soak?
Yes, I do. 3 soak.
Okay. So all he does is manages to knock you off him, but it's a straining adventure on him. And now it's Yacho's turn.
Alright, Yacho moves up to him for 2 strain, aims his following blow, which I'll say is a kick in the abdomen before he tries to knock him out with an uppercut.
He's kicking him in the ball sacks, isn't he?
Wow, that's a miss. That is unfortunate.
And it is Junsigi's turn.
You get a boost, and the stormtrooper gets a setback. because he's reeling, but also he's reeling.
He is. Yacho's just like, oh man.
Just a single boost.
Just the one.
Okay.
What equipment does Yacho actually have for weapons and stuff?
He's, well, he wouldn't be carrying it right now. Currently, he's wearing a sap glove, so
Okay.
yeah, basically a weighted glove. And he's wearing some not very fancy-looking armor.
Since the bartender was, shooting, he seemed fine to shoot up his own bar, I guess, or have it get shot up. Junsegi's gonna take out his gun, but he's gonna let a round up into the ceiling to get the attention, and then he's gonna point it at the one he was originally pulling back from the bartender. And in full common, he's gonna say, "Now that's enough. I think it's time that you two leave."
So you're trying to do an intimidation.
Yeah, coercion.
Oh yeah, I guess it's coercion in this game. So, okay, for this roll, it'll be against 3 purple, but we can say you get the boost die from Yacho. And since one of them's already knocked out, I will give you a second boost die.
Should I do a destiny?
If you feel like it, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do destiny just in case.
Also, silly me, I forgot to put on battle music.
Oh my gosh. I guess I
A lot of whiffing so far.
I guess I pass a boost to somebody.
Duel of Fate.
Bartender?
Yeah, I guess so. While maybe it distracts him for a bit.
Yeah. Man, what? It's just like the old times, ain't it?
The only thing missing is
'cause in
Duel
the
of
old
Fate.
times we had like 6 dice every time.
It's true. Yeah, but your characters were like level 50 at that point,
If such a thing existed, yeah.
if such a thing existed. Alright, it goes back to the bartender who, also at this point. So you gave him a boost die, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was using one of these templates. So one of those, 2 of those, and 3 plus minus the soak. That's enough to take him out for the damage he already had. As he pew-pews the stormtrooper, knock him out. Whew.
Well, that's certainly a way of getting him out of here.
Yes. So the bartender, who is, I should have said what species he was, but he's Aqualish. You know, little spider people. But he speaks fairly good common, so whatever. He says, "Ah, thank you for the assistance there, travelers."
You too. Sorry about any of the trouble it may have caused. Sure, some of the gear might help to repair those costs. What do you
He
plan
says,
to?
"No, it's fine."
Would you plan to do anything with with these bodies?
He
Or perhaps leave?
he looks around, gestures to you all. He says, "Actually, if you want to help, I could use a bit of help getting rid of them. Gesturing towards the bodies.
At this point, the doors swing open.
He looks up.
What does he see? He sees a Daphomirian. Well, do they even know? Have most people even seen Daphomirians? I don't think so, huh? Most
I mean,
people, I say. I mean,
probably not a lot of female Dathomirians around. Male Dathomirians kind of are similar to Zebrox, so.
yeah. So they're a little bit more, yeah.
But females probably not a lot in the galaxy.
Either way, clad in the sweet, sweet reds of the ye old Night Sister orders.
The bartender says, they had a lot to drink.
Right, perhaps this is not the right time for you to come for a drink here.
The individual looks at the mess, I would say. Did this something transpire?
Like he said, they had a bit too much to drink and one of them slipped.
In fact, we were just about to take them to their bedrooms in the back of the bar. He gives a wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
A strange creature can speak.
Strange creature, what is that supposed to mean?
I mean, look at yourself. Or whatever you are.
What does that mean? What are you?
Here we go again. I am a Daphomirian.
Says, that's great, Dathomirian. Now, if you would kindly not mind, or would kindly mind, we have some visitors that we need to take to their bedroom. He whispers over to the Doug. Quick, you drag one, I drag the other.
Okay. Jinsugi has.
We'll be back in a.
Sorry.
He says, we'll be back in a jiffy. As he starts dragging the stormtrooper bodies to the back room.
They lost the drinking bet. They couldn't handle this shit. It's good stuff here, though. I definitely recommend. Trying to upsell the barkeep's liquor as he helps to drag the other body.
She's just gonna go take a seat. After all, it's important that these people get to their beds, eh?
Absolutely. What is Yatro gonna do?
Well, I wrote in the chat that he picked up one of them and put them wherever the barkeep wants them.
Oh, I see, yeah. That's what that noise is.
And afterwards he leans in close to the barkeep and... do you have a more long-term plan for how to deal with this? Someone will notice soon enough.
He says, oh, I always do.
Good,
he says, he starts removing their armor from the stormtroopers. Only the outer armor, mind you. As he says, I have ways to get rid of undesirables like these.
You don't think their management would seek beyond disciplining these two? Maybe see this place as a threat?
He says, "Oh, they would only see this place as a threat if they had a reason to believe they were ever here to begin with. If they just disappeared."
Yeah, I guess we could just fall to the blight of Tatooine sometimes. It always happens.
So your other patrons can be trusted to keep their mouths shut, then?
He says, "You make a valid point."
I tend to, yes.
He says, "Let me make a few calls with some contacts. In the meantime, though, he says, would you two mind doing a bit of dirty work? I'll pay."
All I heard was pay. What do you need?
So, to give an idea of the type of room you're in right now, you're all gonna. It's the old fair classic boxes. So the big box there, that was the main bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, where you all had your battle was this small little rectangle right there. He basically pulled them into a back room, roughly over here, and there are three doors here. One that leads back out to the bar, and then two other unnamed doors. So he points to the, or first thing he does, he says, "Fantastic," as because at Junsugi's response, he reaches inside a crate as he pulls out some saws, a hatchet, and a couple other cutting tools.
Oh my gosh.
He says this might make it a bit easier if for old Betty over there. He points to the room to the left. He says, "Just mince the meat, toss it in there, and old Betty will do the rest."
And, who's old Betty? She just can't chew her food or what?
She's a pet.
She can't just. She's not big enough to rip these apart herself, or needs help getting
She has
bite-sized stuff.
delicate teeth.
Okay.
He says, "I mean, she probably could, but I'm not the biggest fan of, just letting her hurt her teeth in such a way."
Mm-hmm.
He then looks to Iacho and he says, uh, "And you," he says, "while your friend is taking care of that one, let's go back out to the bar and discuss for a bit."
By all means.
When he goes out to the back to when they're heading out, he says, "Hey, can you turn on the music? Cause just this could get there might be some noise
Oh,
back here."
absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, coach. And actually, so are you well, first question is, are you actually gonna chop up the bodies?
Chop up the body.
Not well. First off, I think he needs to kill them. I think they were like only knocked. At least one of them was only knocked out.
One
I
of them,
think,
you were correct. One of them is only knocked out.
and then the other one's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one's dead.
All right. He's gonna tie up the knocked out one, and he's gonna go say hi to Betty. Just get the, I don't know, try to befriend her real quick. Show it be like, okay, it's lunchtime. Just be right with you. Kind of say hi to the bartender's pet.
As you get close to the door, you start hearing almost like a growling.
Is there like a window he can open up or something?
Not really.
I see. I see.
Just the door.
Okay. Um, I think he also needs to gag the stormtrooper when he wakes up. He might be, screaming or something. But he doesn't want, he says it was a job, and the other dude's already out of his life. He doesn't like the Empire. And it's not going to go to waste then. And so he begins dispatching the dead stormtrooper. Kind of slow going at it because it's a bit of gnarly work.
Does he have a strong stomach?
Do you want to do like a resilience or something?
That's what I'm asking.
We could see about that.
Let's see
We'll
how
see if
Rob
he-
the Rob got is.
Yeah. So it'll be your resilience. And we'll do it against a difficulty of. It's kind of a gruesome thing, so 3 purple.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, he's seen some shit, but this is definitely like one of the roughest things he's.
Well, I'm trying to set up the tone for this season. A bit more underworldy, a bit more seedy and shady, and
Dismembery, apparently.
you know. So you pass. Surprisingly.
What does that mean? Come on.
Yeah,
Cut some slack.
So you are able to do the deed, but it is quite a sickening thing, causing you to a clear deterioration of mental prowess, taking 3 points of strain damage.
Jinseki needs to light up a cigarette. He does this with bloody hands, all kind of shaking, and just like, fuck, dude.
Don't worry though, it's going to good use. Betty will enjoy it.
Betty will enjoy.
Before he begins mincing up the meat, he's like kind of just enjoying the cigarette for a moment, but he sees that it's about time to continue, and he's going to kind of I don't know, not kick, but like shake the bodyguard away, the other one awake, and or just like nuzz him awake.
Oh, you're trying to wake him up before you do the deed.
Yeah.
Wow, oh my god. Well, he does wake up.
All right.
What's happening? Where am
Oh,
I?
I have him gagged.
Oh,
Or, I don't know.
my bad.
It's
He's
okay.
and he looks around and he sees the blood and everything. He's like,
Jinsegi's gonna take out his pistol. He's gonna cock it and just set it on the table. He's gonna make sure that the door is locked, and he's gonna let his friend like see all of the his dismembered friend, and then Jinsei goes up to him. He says, I'm gonna ask you this one time. Why are you looking for the Gamorrean? And he takes off the gag.
he says, "You sick bastard! Oh my god!"
He takes the pistol and he pistol whips him.
Ugh. He says, "Why are you doing this? The Gamorrean's a bounty hunter. He's been working with the Black Sun."
The one asking questions.
What's the Empire want with this bounty hunter? Looking to hire him?
Oh, he's taken out some Empire targets. He's a wanted criminal.
Is this the last known location you had of him on Tatooine?
Yes. He says, when they find out what's happened here, they're gonna fuck you up, man.
That's.
If stabs him.
Oh, you stepping in the room?
No,
Oh, okay.
just fan fictioning.
That's fanfiction.
That's if you make it out of here.
Oh, says, oh God.
You know, I thought about maybe releasing you. I don't think you could be trusted.
Says you're a monster.
Is there any last words you have?
Fuck you.
He just puts them out.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
You gotta roll for that one.
okay. And then he dispatches this guy and then minces everything up. Gives it to what was it Betty? Or no,
Betty,
old
yeah, Betty.
old Betty.
Yeah.
I don't know, Betty.
As you open the door, you catch sight of something brown and fluffy. As a feline shape takes is slinking around in there.
Um he puts the food in his spot for Betty, and he tries to watch her. He says that she has bad teeth. He wants to maybe try to catch a glimpse of that, see if he recognizes it in from other animals he might have seen. Maybe like a medicine check or
The animal quickly goes about eating the food as soon as you bring it in. Like it goes "Rawr," and starts chewing into the meat. You could do a xenobiology check
or
though.
xenobiology.
Yeah, or I think it's just xenology in this game.
Yes.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be that difficult of a check, just probably 2 purple. You take 2 more strain.
Why the fuck can I?
So you recognize the animal as a tusk cat, which is a feline predator that is normally native to the planet of Naboo. In general, they are pretty aggressive predators, but they are one of the easier animals to domesticate from that planet. So, yeah.
Is there anything Junsigi might have heard of like ticks of the trade for helping animal tusk or teeth? Or maybe like
Nah,
any remedy? No. Okay.
nah. Honestly, the cat just seems like it's having a great time eating.
Okay. Alright, well Betty, I hope you enjoy your food. Okay.
It might even be purring now. So all that's been happening, because I imagine this would take a while for you to do all that. After the barkeep and Iacho left that back room, he says, "Oh, what a doozy." He looks over at the bar. He says, "Dato Mirian or Dato Marin, what do you want?"
The she had taken at this point she had taken a seat down at just some random fucking table, and came walking over.
Says,
Excuse me,
"What?
strange creature. What did you say?
What do you want?"
Hmm. I am. Let, okay, business first. Yes, that is the practice common here. Yes.
If you have business, this is a bar.
Business first, of course. Give me give me your recommendation. Yes, that seems to be a common practice. Hmm?
Sure. He mixes up some random drink and he slides it over to you. He says, "This is called the slippery nipple."
The woman deadpans him. Very well. I will endeavor to enjoy it. And she will have a little sip. Whatever it tastes like, I don't know. It's probably kind of boring or
It's
stupid.
actually a real drink. It's a butterscotch schnapps and Irish cream drink.
But they that into Star Wars terms, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be in Star Wars terms, but
Yeah. Hmm.
Ace, Buka, and Bailey's. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, if it's a slippery nipple, you need the sambuca.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's just a Bailey's.
Yeah.
It is a curious drink. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, business from my end then.
He says that'll also be 5 credits.
5 credits. And yeah, she'll just transfer that shit over. I come asking for information.
No, not another one.
What?
Nothing. Go on.
Am I to expect that my question will be met with the same fate as those two men who drank too much?
Those two men, they just drank too much. They're going to be completely fine in the morning.
Of course. Now, I seek someone all that can fly, make way through the air above.
You mean a pilot?
Yes, that is the word.
Says, "Oh, I ain't a fucking pilot. Your best bet is to go over to the spaceport."
Hmm? Very well. I will look into that after I enjoy this drink.
Very well. He turns back to you, Yacha. He says, "All right, back to business with us. So while our friend puts our other friends to sleep, he says, if you are interested in your own line of work, I might have something for you. You brought up a good point about those people, and that some of the others might have caught eye of the sleeping patrons, and that might not be good for business. The drinks might be considered too strong at that point. I have a message that, or a better way to put it is, a handwritten receipt that needs to be given out then to some acquaintances of mine that might help in this situation.
Favors to call in. Good. Perhaps that will help. And
Yes, I don't want to use digital. Too easy to track.
and where can these friends of yours be found then?
He says, "How familiar are you with the area?"
Barely at all. Merely passing through.
He says, "Unfortunate." He says, "All right. Well, Moss Isley, once you know the general layout, it's not too difficult to find your way around. But um, he pulls up a somewhat small map. He says, "There's a big old fucking crash ship in the city. Very hard to miss. You just will go past it, take one left, one right, and you'll see a very average looking location. Bob's Guns and Repairs. There.
And Bob will understand upon the receipt of this receipt.
Tell him Squishla is closing a tab.
Squishla. Very well, I will try to remember that.
He says, yes, that's my name.
I assumed as much, yes.
And in fact, that's how you spell it. Squshla. By this point, you all probably would hear what might sound like people speaking over in the back room, to which he looks back and he says, huh? Oh, what's going on? Yeah, because I'm sure your friend has it.
I'm not so certain. Allow me to check.
Okay.
And Yacho goes to do just that.
Well, I imagine since Yak or Junsigi already threw the bodies in, he'd probably be coming in at the very end of Junsigi throwing in the beat.
I could swear I heard someone talking here. But they don't seem in the mood anymore. Did they say something of note then?
Oh. Sorry. Is this when I sent something where in the roll 20?
Oh,
Did you get that?
he did.
But you can choose to stop him before he goes out or something, I think then.
Oh yeah, you did post something. I need to get used to going back into the roll 20.
I'm just creating the customized Night Sister talent tree right now.
Okay. So, in which case, Iacho, by the time you get over to the door, you're about to go through it. He comes out and does whatever the hell he says he did over there, which I think is he waves at the barkeep saying, "Yeah, good job," and then goes to have a cigarette. Oh yeah, this man's addicted to cigarettes, isn't he? Or death sticks.
You had to get the off-brand death sticks.
Yeah, the off. That's true. The
Off-brand
Just,
death
just normal cigarettes.
Iacho.
Yeah, I gotta huff and puff some shit.
Iacho was like leaving the cantina as well, just for a bit or something like that.
So I think Iacho was going back to see you.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
since you posted that you were coming out, I imagine then what actually happened was as he was going to see you, then you come out. So I was like, oh,
Okay, okay. He could go to Iacho real quick, and he's like, "I'm gonna go out to have a cigarette."
death stick.
a death stick.
Yeah.
You want to buy a death stick?
You wanna join me for one? And
As long as I don't literally have to share, yes, why not?
This got some plenty here. It's got 338 left. Just like a few cartons.
Just a
Is this?
few.
I need to ask: is this conversation taking place in the more common area for it to be overheard, or is it in the back?
So if you look at the Roll20, it would be so basically this big half circle. That's the bar.
Yep.
They'd be like scribbling that little scribble there,
Yeah.
whereas patrons are like generally in this area.
Meanwhile, Rill, having not ventured back at this point, is still remaining somewhere, wherever the fuck here.
Yeah, I mean, if that's
Yep.
where she was last, then yeah,
I mean, yeah, she never. I never stated that she moved back.
yeah, then I mean, depending on how quiet they were saying they're going outside, she'd probably be able to hear if they
Yeah.
were any bit loud.
Actually, if he stops by the bar where he meets Iacho, can he ask the barkeep for like 2 shots and you can take it off the pay?
Yeah. In fact, the barkeep says, "For you, brother, it's on the house."
Rubber.
Too kind.
Junsigi just takes the 2 shots from himself, and one more from my friend here. Junsigi just needs it.
All right. He pours you some Lim Teens whiskey.
Okay.
Yep.
With that being said and done, she's gonna after they depart outside to have a little smoke. Man, what happened to the music?
I changed it.
Yes. Anyway, with them having departed out for a smoke, she's gonna turn to the barkeep. Work?
He says, "Did I just tell you what? What?"
What?
He says, "I thought you were looking for a pilot."
I mean, I am. I'll say it like this: I am a little bit low on the funds, so I may need some p- things to compensate for.
He says, one moment. He goes to the back of the bar, and then he comes back. He says, "I have a quick job that you might be able to assist with." He says, "I got a very large shipment of bantam meat in the other day, and after butchering it, there's still a bit of a bloody mess left back there, and I just need someone to clean it up real quick."
You're telling me to go clean up your troubles.
He says, "My troubles? Goodness, no. Bantam blood."
What is this creature that you're talking about?
You've never seen a bantam before?
She just shakes her head.
It's a big, large, fluffy animal that people commonly eat. Sometimes I cook the meat here, but the process of butchering it sometimes leaves a bloody mess.
Well, of course, butchery is butchery.
He says, There's a mop, there's some rags, there's some gloves. I can pay you a modest sum if you deal with it.
Real quick, boss. You saying to clean up the work just behind the room we just did in?
Yes, the bloody bantha mess.
I wrote in chat. I also cleaned some of that up, but maybe it wasn't well enough. But Barkeep might not know that because he hasn't been back there.
Oh, he just went back there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, you did put cleans up. I would imagine there's still some blood stains, though.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, that's
sometimes blood is hard to, you know,
it gets
it's hard to
everywhere.
get out. He just wants to be extra safe.
Yeah, no worries. I completely understand that. Do a detailed work.
He says, he tells the Dathomir, he says, just be careful. Do not go on into the door on the left.
I'm gonna have to toss a fucking dice for this one. I will flip a coin rather. Mainly because A, that's shady as fuck, bro. Let's see now. Where's my coin? So heads, she's just too naive. Tails, you shady, bro.
You shitty bro.
So
I think this is boundaries, but
Tails, you shady, bro.
Alright.
And you are certain that it is not related to the two very unfortunate individuals who had apparently had a bit too much to drink?
Absolutely not. Our friend already brought them to a nice little sleeping area, and they're going to be completely fine in the morning.
It's actually very curious that you have. I have been through a few establishments on my journey, but I have never seen anything in this sense with sleeping area.
He says, it's a subcontract.
A contract?
Don't worry about it. I don't like to talk about my finances with others.
Of course you do not.
Meanwhile, we head back to you in a moment, Riz.
Yes.
Out front in the smoky land. And that's Yacho and Junseki.
I didn't happen to catch your name.
Siggy Gosino. Good to meet you.
Pleasure. The name is Yacho.
Yacho.
You handled yourself like this wasn't the first time you had to do wet work back there. Is that correct?
Not this particular kind, but you do have a few losses on both sides.
Interesting.
Glad it wasn't
So what?
our side this time.
Then what side is yours normally?
Honestly, just get by and survive. Didn't want that to happen to them, but they were the ones that were looking for trouble and they found it.
A drifter then, I see.
Jinsei gets out 2 more cigarettes for them.
Fucking smoker, man.
Bloody smoker.
Well, in that case, perhaps you are interested in hearing the job offer that we received from the Aqualish.
Oh yeah?
She would like an invoice delivered.
This sounds easy enough. Always good for the work.
At least she didn't make it sound easy, yes. And since I do not really know my way around here, I figured it would be good to have you or somebody like you around.
Two heads are better than one, as I say.
Do they?
I wouldn't necessarily agree. I think it's too much liability, but as long as you can trust them, I guess. It's nice to have someone at your backside. Hopefully watching
it.
It
can be, at least.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What? They're talking
Oh.
out front.
No, I had a reflux.
Oh. Alright. We'll head back to Rill then real quick. So, Rill, in the back room, you notice that definitely there are some blood stains, you know, some splatters. It's been cleaned up a bit, fairly well. But there is still some blood that would need to be cleaned up. And of course, you see the door on the left and the door on the right.
Now, curiosity or no, she's too new to this world. It's curiosity.
Okay.
She's gonna go to that the door not to enter, which was the left one, right? If I recall.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably cleaning stuff there. Huh?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, as she gets close to the door, she can hear the sound of something nomming and a loud purr.
Man, the fact that this guy's just letting her do this.
He doesn't think of her as much of a threat. Yeah, if she continues to open the door,
she's gonna take a peek.
She sees a saber kitty, or a tusk cat, as it seems to be eating some minced meat. Its head turns towards you as it sees you open the door and snarls.
Another strange creature. She will just close the door. That is definitely not the cleaning cabinet.
It's definitely not the cleaning cabinet. Nah, the mop's just, you know, the cleaning supplies are just there in the back.
There we are.
All right. I'm still gonna make you roll, even though you don't know your stats.
I have actually finished customizing everything.
Oh, did you?
That's what I've been doing all along here, just sitting in the data editor,
Oh.
just adding everything from Collapse of a Republic.
All right, then. So, if you wanna, what we'll do to determine how much of a good cleaner you are.
Unlikely very good, because she doesn't actually know what the standards of cleaning are here, because she comes from a land of sand and dirt.
Honestly, I'll try to just be, I think you can make an argument for either streetwise, actually not streetwise, skullduggery, or discipline. Skullduggery, because it's kind of, you know, well, she doesn't know it's disposing of the, actually, in her case, it would just be discipline.
I'm not trying to help boost, but I feel like if she comes from a place that's sand and dirt, I feel like that almost give her some, I don't know, compared to a place where it could be like wet and boggy. It'd
So
be
Dathomir is it's not as sandy as Tatooine. It's a bit more red.
Yeah, it's a
It
little bit
definitely
more
has
red.
trees. Like
Oh,
I guess a
okay,
good
okay.
comparison would be like if it's closer to like I don't know the Red Rock Canyon of Nevada. I don't know.
Hmm.
But so it'll be against a difficulty of 2. You said she's unfamiliar, so you can add a setback, but I'll also give you a boost for June Siggy thinking about cleaning beforehand.
Yeah, I haven't done it. I haven't finished with stats yet, so I'll just roll with a basic as free green for now.
Good.
And one setback. What was difficult? You said.
2.
And one blue.
And yeah, 1 blue, 1 black.
Advantageous.
Advantageous. Yes. Um. So you just kind of take the mop and you just kind of swish around the stains. You don't really get rid of them. You just expand them and make them lighter. It
Clean.
doesn't necessarily make it worse, but it definitely doesn't get rid of it. It's like the old just moving the dust around.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is not. She's not used to this shit. Man, using liquid to mop shit up from
However,
metal.
though, for your advantage, what I will say is, one thing you do find while you're doing this is just what looks to be a stormtrooper's glove.
Hmm.
Definitely not the glove you're looking for.
Yeah. You can
Yep.
do with that what you will, but you know.
She's gonna take the glove.
Okay.
Walk up to the dude up front.
He says, "Is the job done?"
I think so. Yes. I also found this. This is. I believe I saw this belonging to one of them.
He says, "You give that right now. I'll make sure they get it. All right."
Is there
And
something wrong?
you didn't see this glove. You didn't see them. They went home. All right.
Oh. Listen here. I'm gonna tell you one thing very quickly now. You do not need to worry. I do not care about what happened here. That is completely irrelevant. All I
He
need.
said, "Oh wait, what?"
I like I said, I do not care about anything that happened here. All I need is a hefty amount of credits to be able to afford a way to. Oh, now I will ask before I continue. What these individuals that were sleeping,
Jesus.
what were they?
He says, "What? You've never seen a stormtrooper? What backwater planet have you come from?"
Doesn't matter. Now, then the second question is, considering your way of approaching this strange creature.
Actually, so real quick, I will have you roll one thing here because
Oh, she has
even
these
though
two
you,
stormtroopers.
yeah. So even though you are 100% telling the truth because your character doesn't know anything, it is just something so outlandish that I just want to see if he actually believes that you are honestly
Yeah,
telling the truth.
I'm gonna. If you recall, the actual backstory for this character is literally like remember, like I said, if when we did like the old campaign when we went to Dathomir and the prison camp, that's literally from a prison camp.
Oh my goodness.
So her
All right.
quest is literally to go find Jonas' old character
Oh my god.
to what's the word? Just pay back. That's it. Just like, hey, you help me, I'll help you out once.
So it'll be your charm versus one purple.
One charm versus. So I have no actual charm yet. So like I said, we'll go 3 green for now and just 1 perp. Most of my time was, as said, spent preparing. I'll flip a destiny for this one just to,
Okay.
because I literally do not trust my shit. See.
He believes that you're telling the truth.
Okay,
And
excellent.
it doesn't raise any suspicion from him at this point.
While I have seen these stormtroopers before in that sense, I do not know who they are or who they are aligned to. So, my question is as following. Are you against them? You considering what
What I
happened to
am
them?
doesn't matter. He says, what matters is they're Imperials. And they have no business on Tatooine.
So not a friend then.
He says, if that's how you want to interpret it.
If you're not for, you are against.
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Fuck.
Excellent. So, you strange creature. I am.
Fucking hell, coach.
I am looking. How many years ago was it now again? When Iseely?
So so all the first campaign happened around 10 BB whatever. I forget the last letter. But so this is about like 10 to 14 years after the events back then.
Yeah. Over 10 years ago, on my homeworld, a number of individuals came through and rescued many of my people from a prison. You wouldn't happen to know what these individuals were?
I love the line of questioning. She was like, do you know who these people are that came to my planet, of a planet that I'm not even going to tell you what its name is, 10, 14 years ago? I'm not going to explain what they look like or what the planet is or what the planet looks like. Do you know them?
Hey, this is not her. If this is not what she usually does, so.
Yeah. Before we continue your conversation, since some time has passed,
Yeah.
we'll go quickly over to June Siggy and Yacho real quick. So I think you all were talking about something.
Goodness, you really inhale those like air. Do you require another, or are we set to leave now?
One for the road. We could make our way, and then Jinsigi has one last one.
If you insist.
Okay. So you're all just gonna head directly over?
Well, before we go, Yacho's gonna poke his head in and let Squooshla know that we're leaving.
We'll say when you poke your head in, that is roughly when Rill was asking that last question. He says, all right, you all heading out now?
That is the plan, yes.
He looks to the Dathomiri and he says, You know, I'm pretty sure they might have the answer to your question.
Is that so?
He says, yeah, probably.
Jinseki's gonna kind of like clutch what's your character's name again? Yacho?
Yacho.
He's gonna kind of just nuzz his arm a little bit. Hey, actually, I forgot something. You mind holding my cigarette for me? And
Run away!
he quickly goes inside and tries to get one more shot for the from the barkeep before he goes.
He says, okay, now this one's not on the house.
Okay,
This one is being deducted from me.
just take it from my paycheck. I just need one more, boss.
Okay. I says, all right, he gives you another one.
Okay, cool. And then he just quickly takes it and runs back out. And he
So
kind
you've had like how many drinks now?
of three shots, and then he kind of gives like a peace sign to the. Hey, we'll be back.
All right, do a easy resiliency check though, real quick.
Easy is 2, 1.
It's 1, or whatever the 1 is. Yeah.
Yes. Easy. Correct.
Oh, hello, World of Warcraft music.
Yes.
I thought I was like,
Uh,
wait a second.
Take 1 more strain damage. In fact, you should be up to
6 out of 11.
6 now.
Oh, well, I have
Yeah.
12 strain threshold. I guess I got it on a previous talent. I just didn't know how to update the sheet
you go.
on. Thank you.
So on the roll 20 or on the dice roller, you literally just put the number in and then hit enter. So you'll basically click on your character name, and then I updated it for you, but you just go over to the number that you want to update.
Okay.
You type that number in, and then you hit enter, and it automatically updates for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that.
He says, I'm sending this one with you all as well. He points to the Dathomirian.
This isn't gonna split up our pay, is it? I don't know.
No,
No, you're fine.
Okay. Because
I
that's good.
information is more valuable anyway.
Right, you get paid information. That's awesome. That's cool.
He also slides. He slides Rill a 50 credit chip for cleaning.
Sure.
Rill's like, money.
Credits.
Credits. What a novel concept.
Or like that Coder 2 scene when they end up on the death world. Look, brother, credits. They scurry off and get killed.
Are you going to stare at that for much longer, or can we leave?
Jinseki's
No,
kind of
we're-
already headed out the door.
Yes, whatever.
Didn't fall over on his way out. Thank God.
Now I got everything working.
Yeah. Everything working for you?
Yeah, I've been struggling to get the specialization working.
Nice.
But yes, there we go. I got it working. Now I can finally start creating the character.
Um,
Oh yeah, but she's gonna just give a fucking Aqualicious like I know what you're up to. Like that sort of look.
Honestly,
But-
the Aqualish is just kind of like, finally, she's out of my fucking hair.
now it's our problem.
Now she's their problem.
Jinsenki comes back out and he thanks Yacho for holding it. But out of character, Junseki only has one actual death stick left. He wishes he has his choice brand.
He only,
I see.
oh, he only
The
has
knockoffs.
One proper death stick, but he has like 317 of the, or 315 or 14 of the off brands that he managed to purchase all with all his credits that he had. That
so
one
he needs
session.
to find like a vendor.
Yeah, he needs to find a proper vendor of like death sticks, and they're
Not
supposed
the
to give.
Walmart brand.
What's that? Oh yeah, And it's supposed to give like a setback or something. If he's hasn't had one, I don't know what I forget.
I think yeah. We'll say he's suffering from partial withdrawal of the sweet, sweet taste of a death stick that he can never have.
Oh,
You know?
It holds back the craving just enough, but not enough to completely feel it again, like get that fix.
Yeah, yeah.
but yes, now she will step out and join the two. Greetings, strange creatures.
Is this how you greet everyone you meet?
Indeed, I do not know the names, nor do I know the species.
Well, way to make a first impression, I suppose. And what is your name, then?
Real Celsi. And
Right.
you?
Iacho. Pleasure.
A pleasure. So, what sort of strange creature are you?
I am a Pentoran.
You have very interesting features.
What fucking species are you?
I will take that as a compliment.
It is.
You don't look like a normal Zabrak.
Distant cousins, if you will. And you, little creature?
I'm a Doug.
Is that your name or the species name?
It's the name of my people.
It's
Well
both.
then, it's a little bit of both.
My name is Jinsigi.
Jinsigi of the Dug. Very well. As mentioned to your friend here, Real Celsi. Now, before the one back there said that you might know what I am searching for. So, first and foremost, I am looking for a pilot, as it was called.
Well, I'm your pilot right here.
Oh, wonderful! That makes it much easier. Secondly, are you friends of those in white?
It's a kind of love-hate relationship.
Love hate?
Yeah, there's times where, the guys in the suits, they're all just following orders. Sometimes you might find one who has their senses.
Very well. No, I'm asking because they are. I'm looking for transportation and knowledge. About a group of people.
Hi, back.
Welcome back.
Hello, back.
What did I miss?
I'm Dad.
Well, I do not know much about the people in white, as you call them, but I do know that they don't take kindly to non-humans. So perhaps any inquiries you make should be made through a human friend you can trust.
Thank you for the warning. But yes, there was work, yes?
If you can call it that, a delivery.
Every work is work.
Is it though?
Yeah, work is work, bro.
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
Now then, the barkeep spoke of a derelict spaceship that we need to walk past.
You all know the one, right?
Nope.
Really? Oh,
Look, I can't
let me
fucking
pull,
remember anything Star Warsy.
let me pull up a picture of Moss Eisley. So, this is a good picture of. All right.
Holy fucking shit! I just found nearly all the Star Wars fucking source books on a website.
Oh, which
Yeah.
website?
Here. It's not all of them, but it's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's gotta be pretty old. Like 2014, maybe 15.
Let's
Yeah, I
see
just need
who.
Force and Destiny to check the talents or careers rather.
Load file. All right. Oh, I gotta expand the picture. So
You
here's a.
are an expanded picture.
So y'all see the overview of Moss Eisley, right?
Yeah.
So
Wait, hold on. Is
it,
this from fucking Battlefront 2?
it might actually be an overview from Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
So the big spaceship or the crashed spaceship is this thing, right? And if you were to keep going down the road this way, it essentially leads to the spaceport. And essentially, you all are coming in from this direction all the way towards the top. Basically, his directions was once you get past there, you take a left, then you take a right, then you take another left.
Yeah, we do that.
Well, after doing that, you go into an alley, a rock falls, and everyone dies.
And Junsigi dies.
And Junsigi dies.
May
I'm
he
sorry,
rest in
Junsigi.
peace.
He wanted to die with dignity, and he faced the bravest foe of all, the falling rock.
He faced. He survived war, but he could not survive a rock. I know, but so as you go through the streets of Moss Eisley, um, there's a lot of strange species, a lot of strange animals. Rill is probably having an aneurysm, I would have to imagine.
Just going, hello, strange creature, hello, strange creature,
Hello,
hello,
strange
strange
creature.
creature, hello, strange creature.
Yes. Greet everyone.
Um, but no, instead, you you after you pass the spaceship, so the area that he sends you to is basically like a back alley, more or less. But eventually you do see like inside this back alley a really freaking shady looking store that says Bob's Guns and Repairs.
Ah, good. This is the place.
Oh, gosh. Glad someone's paying attention. Jinseki was kind of drifting in and out with like his drunken and lightheaded stupor with the cigarettes.
Just stupor with the cigarettes. Yes.
Yeah, fucking cigarette stupor.
Just
So
trying
how
to.
Stupid
dingy is
secret.
this place?
Say it again.
How dingy is this place?
Um, it is. Have you ever been to a Waffle House at midnight?
I've never been to a Waffle House. No.
Dang, I guess that is more of an American thing. Um,
Shitty McDonald's.
it's yeah. Have you been to it? Have you been to like a really dingy McDonald's at midnight?
Yes, I have.
It's like that, but guns. And
Awesome.
basically, so there are a couple of alien species around there, namely some Rhodians and uh some humans, but they all kind of look at you all because you stand out. You're not the normal species they're used to seeing over there.
Correct.
One of the Rhodians even says, Chata tu sabata tuta shamata.
Pardon? Do any of you understand that?
Do any of you speak Fatese?
Nope. I mean, our Doug technically does.
Oh yeah.
that.
Chata dabata.
that. He just walks up and, as the introduction, he continues on and he explains that he's from our Squishla, our, current employer, here to pick up a manifest of some sort.
No, we are delivering a
Oh,
receipt.
delivering a receipt. I'm sorry.
Oh, subatata sunt. He gestures over to behind him. Says essentially saying you can go in.
Siggy nods.
Enchanted. Yeah, we
So
go in.
inside the store, it is basically a junker's warehouse. There's a bunch of old skinny weapons. Nothing that would really interest a really big gun nut, but nevertheless, the uh, the actual shop owner is a human, and he looks over at y'all and he says, "Can I help you?"
Your friend Squishla says hello, and that she is closing the tab. And with that, he puts the invoice on the counter.
He says, does he now? He picks up the invoice. He starts reading it for a moment. I see. So they're looking for old Porky again. Says, thank you. He says, and I assume that's it.
As far as I am concerned,
He says, very good. He says, you all aren't from around here, are you?
I suppose that is not difficult to spot, but yes, you are correct.
He says, how did you get entangled in this?
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Work.
Real. I like to imagine Real just says that all happily.
Yeah. Look, it's credits, man.
He says, okay. he says, and the Squishkla, he told me to entrust you all with payment. He goes into the back room. He comes out and he says, "How you all wanting payment today? In credits or accommodations?"
Jinsugi looks up from browsing and he pulls out his own weapon and places it on the counter. Might be looking to upgrade from this. It's a select thrower pistol that he used on the stormtrooper.
He says, "How should I put this, Mr. I know the sign says gun shop, but I'm actually not a gun merchant."
Oh?
He says, "Oh God, you all really don't know what you're all caught up in, do you?"
Well, please do enlighten us.
Yeah, I would be curious to know too. He kind of chuckles at it.
He looks around, snaps his fingers as some other patrons in the store leave and lock the door behind them
And start a dance number.
and start a dance number. Well, once upon a time. He says, do you all know what the, if I was to say the name Black Sun, what, do you know anything about that?
Apparently that Gamorrean who is being wanted by the Empire has dealings with them.
He says, quite Porky. He says that's not his actual name, but that's just what people call him, to be honest. He says he's a ruthless bounty hunter. Killed quite a few Imperials. They've been hunting his ass for years.
Yeah, I'll say this
says,
guy's really wanted him.
He says, let's just say we work for a similar employer. He says, if so, that employer, hypothetically, of course, is there any qualms you have with them?
With their player, no.
None in particular so
I mean,
far.
yeah, not
gladly.
in particular. Yeah, it's a better way of putting it. It's just, you know how their ranks go, and sometimes their territory at the time who it's ruled by. They all have their own methods.
He says, well, if you don't mind getting your hands a bit dirty after I process payment for you all here, we might have more jobs available if that interests you all. He says, I will be honest with you all, though. I wouldn't necessarily mention anything about this to anyone affiliated with any of the Hut cartels, though.
Competition doesn't
Right, so no
welfare,
friends of
but-
the Empire or the Huts. You really know how to pick your friends, huh?
My friends generally have more dealings in the inner rim. We just happen to have some elements out here in the outer rim. It's not to say that the Huts hate them, but they just don't like people encroaching on their territory. They're a very territorial species, you know?
If you say so. Well, in any case, I am interested in work.
Splendid! He says, first let me finish up payment for you all. He says, He says, I guess I should explain the accommodations. He says, I don't sell weapons here, but I do sell general supplies as well as spice and other forms of drugs.
Okay. He puts back his selector pistol. He says, what kind of stuff you run? And kind of, he wants to you, or I guess he has black market contacts. I don't know if that
Nah, that's fine. That's
will
fine.
help the selection.
He says, well then. He pulls out a drawer. He says, I got all the shit here. He says, your basic fucking death sticks.
Hell yeah.
He says, I can sell them as singles or hundreds. He says, but not just death sticks. Oh, I got some real good shit here, my dude. He says, you ever have an Avabush spice?
I
Gives
haven't.
you
It sounds
one of
interesting.
the best relaxing times you've ever heard of your life.
You really upselling me, man. Yeah, sure. We could throw that in too. Can we? What's the pay looking like already?
He says, but wait, there's more.
No, not Billy Mays.
No, it's Bobby Mays.
Bobby Mays, yeah. He says, you ever have a stim calf powder? That
Yes.
shit
Who hasn't?
keep you wired for days, my brother. Days.
I haven't had those in a while, but yeah, if we more toward the part, more the merrier.
So I'm just gonna. So this is gonna be your guys' starting credits, by the way. Starting credits and whatnot, in addition to if your characters had anything else at the start. But for the rest of y'all, if y'all are taking that, because I assume the others of you are taking credits,
Correct.
it'll be 500 credits. For you, my druggy dude, since he is offering you it in the form of accommodation, it is a bit cheaper than normal drugs. So for death sticks, a box of 100 would normally cost you 250 credits. If you're using it in this scenario, you can buy a box of 100 for 150 of the 500.
Oh hell yeah!
And the Avabush Spice, he sells a single dose for 25 each, or you could buy it for 20 each using the accommodations.
Oh yeah,
and
what bigger the better.
The stim calf powder is just at a basic 3 a pop. So I guess so 20 spice to 150 box of 100 death sticks, and then 3 for basically super caffeine. Stim calf powder. So basically, and everything else will just be in the form of credits that you don't use. So I'll let you do the math on your own to determine how much of each you want.
The spice is 20 for how big is the box?
It is just 1. It is some fancy shit.
Oh, the spice is also like, oh, 50. Oh, this so the spice box is also like 1 unit, right?
Yeah, it's just 1 unit. It's basically 1 dose.
Okay. And that's 20.
Holsters the weapon of drugs, you say?
He does want to have some left over because maybe he wants to find some Pizak players at the bar. Okay, yeah, I'll do some math.
Alright, while you do that, while I imagine Junsigi is salivating over the drugs, he turns to Yacho and Ril. He says, alright, on to business. He says, we have a couple of jobs that you might be interested in, but the question is, what type of work are you actually looking for? Because I have a couple different types of contracts. He says, I got bounty hunting work, I got smuggling work, I got, shall we say, under the rug work. For reference, under the rug would just be like your generic skullduggery, maybe an intimidation job, or your what June Siggy just did in the back rooms over there, stuff like that. Just other unsavory underworld type shit.
Well, I would prefer to not accrue too many bounties at once, so something somewhat above the board for now. I do not mind a bit of violence, however. That will not be an issue.
So in which case, I can give you some above the board bounties if you're interested in some bounty hunting, or some they're still a little under the board, but some less crazy smuggling jobs, or maybe some nah, that wouldn't be above the rug. Says, yeah. What do you think of the...
Well, the bounty sounds interesting enough, especially if it will perhaps come with transportation of some sort.
Yeah, depending on where you're going. We could potentially arrange for some transportation. He says, all right. He pulls out his dossier as he starts going through the potential bounties that are available. He says, Subject 1. Name Clen Tero. And I'll write some of these names. Honestly, it'll probably just be easier if I just write down the different bounties, the price on them, and whatnot, rather than just going through each one. So Clentera, he's a human spice merchant that has been encroaching on Black Sun territory. The man is known to... Are you all on the space map? Oh, nope, I did not put you on the space map. He says, so this individual will actually be sending you more towards the inner rim and those general areas, as he happens to be... Where the fuck is that planet? Because I cannot remember how to spell it. Save my fucking life.
No.
Fondor. Yep.
The one with the shipwrights.
Yes. He says the risk level, I'll also put this next to each bounty, so you get an idea of how dangerous it might be on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 basically being like you're going after fucking Darth Vader himself, and
Kill
1
him.
being like you have been tasked to kick a Jawa. This guy is around a 4.
One right now.
Price, or the bounty will give you 2,000 credits. Then,
Kill Darth Vader.
Hello, Darth Vader. He said, if you're looking for, he says, I guess I should also ask, are you looking to be putting yourselves in good graces with an Empire space or Confederate space?
Confederate. What is that? I have not heard of that so far.
Says you haven't heard of the Raging War?
I have been away for a while.
He says, well, for the past few years, the Separatists, everyone thought they were dead. They've been growing in numbers again. As you see, their territory is here and there, but they've been growing and been causing the Empire quite a bit of kerfuffle. They've mostly been in the Outer Rim and the Center Rim territories, or Mid Rim.
Huh.
He says, regardless, next one. The individual's name is Gorlo. He is a Gungan. On the planet of Naboo. He says, this individual happens to be actually a senator at this point. However, though, he is a senator that has accrued a bit of ire by a couple of different individuals, shall we say, and not a lot of people would miss him if he was gone tomorrow. However, though, he is above ground, and it might be hard to actually get to him. Risk level 6, but the price would be close to 8,000 credits.
Not that one. Thank you very much.
All right.
I would rather stay alive before to finish my task. Thank you.
Are you sure you want to stay alive?
I have a duty to fulfill, so yes, thank you.
Wow. And he says the final contract is on Toydaria. Says, you ever met a Toydarian?
I think there was one of them running a junk shop on this planet. I think that was the name of their race.
Yeah, they're little flying shits. This one's name is Zaro. He's a Toydarian. He has erected the Eye or the Black Sun after failing pay some of his debts. Now, this one was probably going to be the easiest of the contracts, only being a risk level of 2. But because it's a lower risk level, it also comes with a lower price of only 1,000 credits. So, do any of these catch your fancy?
Well, if I interpret this map correctly, then the one on Naboo would be closest, but also by far the most risky, whereas the other two don't differ all that much in distance. I must say, No offense to the two of you, but I hardly know you. So perhaps a simpler task would be good to start us off with.
Yacho basically just said, "You all are fucking useless."
Yeah, it might be good to. I mean, I kind of agree with that. We should probably take on some of it, but it's also it might be good to learn how to work with these two. That's right. We'll take on a bigger work just after one.
Fucking Toydarians. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money.
Um, speaking of money, maybe ring
Oh
out.
yeah, can you decide what drugs you want?
Yes, and then he also I don't know if streetwise could be used for this or if it has to be negotiation if it's depending on like the legality of it. He wants to say, hey, you got any deal for first time buyer in case I want to make a bigger purchase?
It'd be negotiations.
Okay.
And
and
so
if,
for him, so if you're trying to do a negotiations check against him, he's a black marketer, and it would be versus his negotiation or cool. Eh. Oh god, I forgot. So it'll be against 2 red, 1 purple.
oh my gosh. Will it increase the cost if he fails, or like how does it even all work?
It depends. So, for example, disadvantage could give you more strain. It could also maybe increase the price or just piss him off, make him less favorable to you afterwards. I forget what the negative, the reverse triumph is. That could have some pretty serious consequences. Who knows?
Does he look up? Can I tell if he looks upset for me asking that?
Well, you would roll the dice when you ask it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would have to decide right now if you wanted to do it.
He just. I mean, he'd be like, if it seems like it would be like a rude thing to ask, but I don't know if it'd be uncommon as well at a place like for his kind of dealership. He said, can you say it in a way where it's like friendly, if I like if this would be something almost I would commonly say. Like,
Theoretically yes, but
like he wouldn't be pushy
yeah, I mean,
about it.
theoretically yes.
Okay, fuck it. We'll just roll for her.
Hell yeah, brother. No risk, no reward. Oh god, you're trying to roll with 1 green.
That's why I thought. That's why I was hoping like Streetwise would be something
Yeah.
that's used in a deal like this or something. I don't know.
I'll take pity on your soul. He just says no. Sorry, brother.
Okay.
And
No worries.
you take 2 strain.
Okay.
You're
Doesn't hurt
getting
to ask.
dangerously close to straining yourself out.
I'll just I'll take 2 boxes of your death sticks. I'll take 5 of those things of spice, and then
400. Yep.
we'll take 10 of the stim calf.
Okay, so that will leave you at 70 credits.
Yeah.
Already.
So I will say I don't actually have anything for the bounties yet.
I mean,
So,
we gotta get the job done.
Oh,
I
what a
mean,
great point to make a cut then.
yes. So this will be technically the end of the session. I just wanted to get us together though, at least once, to kind of see where we're gonna go with this, and to get an idea of where I want to build the campaign towards.
Copy that.
But also kind of give you all an idea of where, or the tone of this season. So the tone is going to be a lot less military civilization building. And I mean, unless you all want to go and do that, I will not stop you if that is a path you choose to go down. But it will be intended to be a lot more underworld, Edge of Empire, you know, dealing with cartels, the Black Sun Syndicate, all that fun shit. And maybe occasionally you might deal with some of the like Rebel Empire CIS shit from time to time, but not necessarily you know, the prime thing of it like it was in the first season. And who knows, you might even see or hear about characters from the first season or from the movies. Ooh.
All right.
But yes. So for this session, I will give you all a complimentary starting experience of 50 XP
No!
nice.
to put us back on a normal track. Alright, now we can talk about the Russian.
No, as I was saying, like he has his work life is a little bit wonky. I'm gonna ask him again a little bit sooner, like later on. But I mean, it's not like he's not interested, but like right now is not the time.
Okay.
By the way, I have now managed to create the entire full customized sheet for this character.
Took you the whole session, but you did it.
Look, I had to look through bad books.
How much for that one shot? Yeah,
On
that
the house.
was that would have just been a deduction of 5 credits.
You'll never financially recover from this.
Financially recover from this. Alright. Another thing I will start doing this season is, as I come up with random jobs and whatnot, I will start putting them on here, as well as adding in who the employer is. Well, actually, that one will only come up once you start getting more than one employer, but to give you all stuff to do in case you want to. I guess it will kind of be like in the first season's area where like the leads section. That's what the job section here is going to be.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, it was good seeing you all again.
Yeah.
You can see me. My time is now.
Yeah, true. You are behind a computer screen. But for now, we can probably try to do this bi-weekly. Probably. Let me just double check, because I know there's going to be a couple Saturdays coming up that I will be busy. So on the 6th, I probably will be doing something, but we can set the next session to be on the 13th if we want. Of July. Would that one work for y'all?
Yep.
13th?
Oh, wait.
Yep. I think so.
Alright. Well,
14th. Let me just
East-
quickly.
Oh,
Yeah, that works. Like,
Oh.
yeah, that's all. That's all Gucci for me.
cool. Let me leave activity.
The strange
Oh, yeah.
creature is back.
Strange creature, yeah. Friggin' racist Dathomirian. I love it though.
Yes. Well, nice to have you back, Pete.
Yep, good seeing you all back. I'm
Nice
glad to
as
get
Oh,
us
yeah.
started again.
bad.
It's only been a year waiting, you know?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, brothers.
Heck
Alright,
yeah,
I'll
we're
see you
back in.
all around.
And nice to see you too,
Nice to see you
Hawaii.
all. Oh,
We're all
boy.
back. Bye bye.
Have a good one.
Take care, everyone.
Good morning. Oh boy. And everyone is dying.
Yeah,
But hey, we're back in action now, baby.
yeah. All
But yeah,
right.
see you next time, eh?
Yeah, see, let's catch you on the flip side.